January, but he did set foot on Singapore. He was at St. John's Island. And the following morning, on the 29th, he sailed up the Singapore River and landed at the present Raffles landing site. Have you been to the Raffles landing site in Singapore? No. Okay, you will see a white statue of Raffles. Now, that is not the original statue. Where? Which one is the original statue of Stamford Raffles? The one that is in front of Victoria Theatre. You know? That's the black one. The black one is the original one. But the white one is not the original, but they just put it there to indicate the place where Raffles set foot in Singapore. Okay? So, after Raffles landed in Singapore, he quickly signed a treaty. That means agreement with the Temenggung. Temenggung is the head man. Alright, you can call him what, chief minister, whatever. At that time, he was the one in charge of Singapore. So he quickly signed a treaty, an agreement with the Temenggung, give him 3,000 Spanish dollars. In that time, those days, 3,000 is a lot of money. Now why? What's the purpose of giving him the money and signing the treaty? So that he allows the British, only the British people, to use Singapore as a port of call and also a place where the ships can stop. So, news spread very quickly after Raffles came to Singapore. And a lot of Chinese people, especially from southern China, southeastern China, they came here by the bird boats. What kind of bird they come in? Have you seen the OCBC, the logo? Anybody knows what is the OCBC logo? Anybody? What is the logo of OCBC? Chinese bank. It is the junk. Right?
If other color, should have other color.
Now, those were the type of birds that were from China to Singapore. Now, the journey here takes a long time because they depend a lot on the wind. But more important than that, it's very dangerous. A lot of them crowded into one junk like that, right? And then, what happens if the ship were to hit a rock? It will sink, right? And a lot of life will be lost. So actually, they take a...
Thank you.
Okay, sorry for the interruption. So actually they were taking a great risk by coming to Singapore, but no choice. Why do they want to come to Singapore? Now imagine. Why would people want to go to another country, leaving behind their friends, their relatives and their loved ones? You know, to go to a strange land, very frightening, right? Now, yet they still come. Well, that means there must be something very, very strong that drive them to come. Okay, let me tell you. Number one is unemployment, poverty, very poor living conditions. Number two, there was this trouble in China. You know, the poor people are always being taken advantage of.
Okay, now we know the windscreen.
Back then were very, very bad, right? And so the people have no choice. They have to come to a new land, hoping for a better future, you know. Right? So a lot of them came here, and when they arrived here, they landed at a place called Telok-Air Basin. Afterwards, we will be going there. Right now, that place, they have erected a very beautiful Chinese temple in honor of the goddess of the sea called Ma-Po. Alright? Now, okay, we will go there afterwards. And now, so Raffles realized that so many people are coming. And then, not only the Chinese come to Singapore. Who are the other people who come here?
Malays, Eurasian and Indian.
Near us, this area, a lot of Malay people, Indonesia and Malaysia, right? Besides that,
Indian.
the Indian people, don't forget,
Eurasians.
Indian people also come to Singapore. Because the news spread not only to China, to India and the nearby countries. So people come when they hear of British, because at that time the word British is something like very grand. So the British were very
I'm for YouTube. Hurry up.
just like at one time the United States. It's a world power, so the British were power. And then, so they came here, and Rogers was a very clever gentleman. He planned in such a way that, okay, the Chinese, he give them one area, the Malays another area. But he did not use the Indians one particular area. A lot of people think that, Raffles allocated Little India area for the Indians. No, that's not true. In fact, the Indians were also living in Chinatown. Right? But as more and more Chinese came, the Indian people were slowly pushed back further and further inland until they end up at Serangoon area. And as you know, Indians they are very good at rearing cattle. They are very expert at rearing cattle. That is why in Little India there's one road called Kerbau Road, another road called Buffalo Road. And Kandang Kerbau, have you heard of the word?
Never say it. Who are you? Okay. You video lah.
Alright. Kandang Kerbau actually a Malay word. It means buffalo pen. Pen, E-N. E-N is not this pen that I used to write. Another meaning of pen is an enclosure. Enclosure to keep the animals like the buffalo.
Tunnel.
Mr. Jong. This is the tunnel. Oh, it's one mic only. This is the same mic. Okay.
This is the tunnel.
Okay, I'm sorry you have to bear with this talk here. So as more and more Chinese people came over, the Indians moved away from Chinatown. Right? But
stop there and then video there because you took a more
which is very, very unique.
So we every time 10 minutes.
I also do inbound tourists. A lot of tourists from United Kingdom, America, Australia come to Singapore, and they are very surprised to see that in Singapore, along the same road, you will find a Chinese temple, then you will find a Hindu temple, and then a Malay mosque, and then a Christian church, all side by side. This is something that they don't find in their own country, because here in Singapore we are very tolerant of each other, you know. That's why we can live peacefully.
This is the tunnel, so that it's very dark. Video you so clear. I only can see your mouth.
I'm sure all of you are good friends, right? So in Singapore, this extends also of the society where religious beliefs coexist side by side. And this is something the tourists always marvel. They always say, well, Singapore is a wonderful place where because in other countries they have a lot of racial problems, you know, one race fighting against another race and so on. And this problem has been all going on for ages. So in Singapore, we cannot afford to have such problems. As you know, Singapore is a very small country, and we don't have natural resources. Okay, we only have people. And if the people don't unite and be peaceful and coexist, then the whole place will finish. Right? Singapore will be gone overnight. So nobody dares to come here to invest in Singapore for factories. Because I put so much money to build a factory, then after a while, you fight each other, you burn up my factory. And then I lose all my money. So we will have to make sure that all the races live together harmoniously. And also the government makes it very fair, regardless of whether you're Malay, Chinese, Indian or whatever, you are given equal treatment. Okay? Equal treatment. So you can be promoted to Prime Minister regardless of whether you are one race or the other race. But based on your ability. Alright? So this is something we built abroad. This is one of the foundations. Just like a building, you need strong foundation. So this is one of the strong foundations that Singapore has. Equal treatment, That's why in the morning you say your pledge. We, the citizens of Singapore, pledge ourselves as one united people, regardless of race, language, or religion, to build a democratic society based on justice and equality, so as to achieve happiness, prosperity, and progress for country. Now, when you recite the pledge, I don't think many of you think about the word and the meaning, right? But today, when you go back home, I want you to think again of the word and the meaning behind the word. And whoever creates this pledge did it very well. You know, everything that the country stands for is summarized in this pledge. Okay? Right. So don't take it too lightly. The pledge is something very, very good. Okay, so Raffles got a town plan. Yeah? They call it the Raffles town plan. Chinese, south of the